A minor blues scale should sound like this. Now, if you already know the A minor pentatonic scale, which sounds like this, should notice or at least observe the similarity. In fact, the only thing that's separating the minor blues from the pentatonic is that one note, which is called the flattened fifth note. I'm not getting into the theory why it's called a flattened fifth. We'll debate the theory about the blues scales when we study them in depth. The goal or purpose rather of this video is to teach you the A minor blues scale position number 1. There's 4 of them. There'll be 4 more scales on the A minor blues scale covering those positions. But for now, what we want to know is that if you know the pentatonic, we're adding in this note and we're adding in its octave over there. So one more time, I'm going to focus now more on our fretting hand. I'm going to guide you through how to play the A minor blues scale. I'm going to call out the fret numbers as I play through the scale. My fingers are numbered nice and clearly so you can see exactly what fingers go where. Try and keep the same finger notation or finger sequence rather. And we're starting at fret number 5 because that note is A and it's going to go 5, 8. Next string 5, 6, 7. They call this semitone, semitone. The double semitone is referred to as chromatic. It's just a terminology given to when notes are alongside each other. In other words, if I do this, that's chromatic. Okay, back to the scale. We're going to have 5, 8, 5, 6, 7. Onto the 4th string, 5, 7. And then onto the 3rd string, 5, 7, 8. Where the pinky is number 8, that's the octave of this. And then we go to the 2nd string, 5, 8, 5, 8. So let's play through together slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to go backwards. 2, 3, 4. Now we're not going to go into much theory on the scales in these videos. The purpose of the range of these scale videos at first is just to teach you the shapes. Once you know the shapes, we can go into the theory about the scales later and we can sit and see, well, what is the flattened fifth? Why is it? What happens if you do this? Or etc, etc. But no theory today on the scales. Now, I want us just to give a quick focus on our picking hand so we can see the correct technique to use. I want us to use what they call alternate strokes. In other words, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, the whole way through. It creates a natural picking rhythm or sort of rhythmic feel inside your hand. So you don't have to worry about, is it now down, up, down, down, up. You just go down, up, down, up, down, up, so it becomes subconscious. Here we go. What's the picking? And be careful not to use too wide strokes. Not be very small strokes. Not this. That's far too wild, loses a bit of control, can accidentally strike if you string. Nice and contained. Much more contained and controlled. Okay, now what cool thing about this as well is that you can move these scales. So I'm going to show you just an example of what happens if you move it to a different key. And to demonstrate a different key, being C sharp, this note is C sharp at fret number 9. I'm going to take Gary Moore's Cold Day in Hell. And that's actually taken pure from the minor blues scale. Just play it from different positions. Now what we're actually saying over here is that when you learn a scale on guitar, you don't have to learn a different shape for each scale or for each position. So if I'm playing C minor blues or A minor blues or G minor blues, as long as I'm starting from the 6th string, I play the same scale shape. So if I needed C sharp minor, I'll simply take this one from fret 5, that's fret 5, up to fret number 9. I need to go E minor blues. So the cool thing is I'm not worried about different scales, different shapes. I learn one position and suddenly I've got all 12 keys at my disposal. Okay, now the last thing before sign off on the scale, we've learned it now going ascending and descending. So you've done this, play with 2, 3, 4. And we're going to reverse the process now. So we're going to try and get from the descending to the ascending. Get my picking hand to the view as well. And let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. One more time. 2, 3, 4. So I want you to learn your scales both ascending and descending, and then learn it descending, ascending. Alternate the strokes and know that you can move it around, which means you have to get to know what are all the names of the notes. If somebody puts the guitar back like this and says to you, what's that note? You must say G. If they say to you, what's that note? You must say B. So you need to get to know the names of the notes. Now for the professionals, I know you know it. For those of us that are learning it or new to guitar, welcome. It's cool fun. Get to know your notes. Take care. Cheers.